We're setting out for the biggest reptile expo in the country. It's finally time. Today's setup day, you're not gonna see it like this. Normally, you're gonna see it like this. So at these expos, we bring in big names from the US, and in terms of spiders, there's really nobody bigger than the Tarantula Collective. So
you hear that cat?
Who's Tarantula Cat?
I don't know.
Never heard of her. Anyway, so Richard, why spiders?
Well, that's easy. They're the easiest animal out there to keep, I think.
Okay.
I mean, when it comes to, like, I've kept all kinds of reptiles and amphibians, and there's a lot of work that goes into, like, making sure that their humidity and their temperature and everything is perfect. You gotta have certain types of UVB and UVA light. And tarantulas is, you just put them in an enclosure and they're fine. Like,
So,
they're really simple, they don't make any noise, they don't smell, like, perfect pet.
if you're somebody who watches my channel, and I don't talk about spiders, and I have a spider guy in front of me, what spider would you recommend? I know it's subjective, but
Sure.
if you had to say like the best starter spider, what is it?
If you're looking for a tarantula that's going to be the coolest, then go with the green bottle blue, because it will web up the entire enclosure, bright colors, it's just an amazing spider.
And if you want to hear more about the green bottle blue, I think there's a video right here that you can watch that Richard was in 2 years ago or 3 years ago now.
Oh,
I
it's
think
been
it
a
was.
while.
It's
We're
been
getting
a
old.
while. I know, right? So if you haven't already, if you like spiders, go to the Tarantula Collective link in the description, follow Richard. And Richard, thanks for coming to Canada. We appreciate you.
Hey, it's great being here. You guys are very nice.
Everybody loves meeting their favorite influencers at these expos, but what separates the biggest expos is the opportunity to meet living legends. Grant Anchorman, Tom Mason, and Tom Crutchfield all turned up to this event, and we decided to do a roundtable. These men have 150 years experience between them, and what they can provide in terms of lessons for the future based on what they've learned in the past is invaluable. Some of these stories blew my mind, and I am honored to be part of an event with these legends.
Is that the Daffy's Reptiles?
Sometimes, on occasion.
Yeah. And what are you most excited about this weekend?
I'm super excited about the first ever terrascaping competition happening here in Canada, the True North Terrascape Showdown.
And who's your favorite to win it?
Trish, obviously. Obviously, that's not even a question. Trish is gonna win it.
Okay, can you tell me about your scape?
Well, there are rocks and there are sticks, but the rocks are not bricks, so I don't know if you'll like it.
So therefore you cannot put 7 leopard geckos in it?
No.
How many
But you
leopard
can,
geckos?
it's great for full-grown Asian water monitors. That's what I was going for. I think it might actually be a little too spacious. They might get stressed out, but you could throw in an extra stick and I'm sure they'd be fine.
Trish did not in fact win, the Microverse did, but I didn't get any new footage for the enclosure because I'm bad at my job. However, there are some things that you need to know about snakes that Dr. Alec Brown will teach you that you didn't know.
What's up, gamers? I'm here with the famous DVM, probably the most famous person that's ever been on my channel, so I'm a little nervous to do this.
What's up, gamers?
I have a snake, and he's stopped eating. And every night he escapes his enclosure and he curls up beside me. And I think that he's trying to size me up to eat me. Do you think that's what's happening?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. We
Yeah.
see this all the time.
Yeah.
Garter snakes are famous for breaking into homes to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need to chain together. Like a few garter snakes will work together to take on a person because they're a little bit smaller.
So this snake it's a hognose snake that's doing it. And the hognose snake, I feel like I'm kind of nervous for my health and my safety. Is there anything that I can give to the snake to maybe sedate it a bit?
I don't know if I would do that, but I would suggest putting pepper on yourself.
Okay.
Snakes hate pepper. So cover yourself in pepper, maybe a bit of oil as well, so you'll be okay.
So should I lay in the sun for a bit to bake it into me?
User's choice.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I want to say thank you so much, the very famous DVM. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the community that about snake science that maybe they don't know?
No, I think that probably sums everything up.
Oh, okay, great. All right, well, thanks, DVM. So basically, if you ever get invited to one of the Escape Off competitions, you're just going to aggregate all of the ideas and steal them all and make them...
Consolidate it all and put it here and hopefully use it myself someday.
Nice. Have you ever thought about starting a side company called Dion's Delicious Day Geckos?
I'm not supposed to tell anyone yet.
So, Fadi of Daffy's Reptiles.
Adam with the Reptiles.
Obviously, we know from the Calgary Expo that you're a master at keeping very dangerous species, like the caiman lizard, or the caiman actually.
Spectacled
Caiman.
Spectacled, yeah.
And what does the spectacled caiman eat? Can we remind the audience?
Vegetables,
Yeah.
and they need to be ruminated in winter. And what
Correct.
else did we say?
They like it in the Arctic.
They like it in the
live.
Arctic, yeah, absolutely.
Now, obviously, you can't find certain animals at most expos, but at this expo, we actually found the mother of them all. This is a T-Rex right here. This is a real one. Now, we've tamed him down, so I can actually even like tickle the inside of his mouth. And Fadi, you are the expert here.
Okay.
So can you tell me exactly how to care for a T-Rex at home?
First thing you need is obviously enclosure size. So I would recommend something like 12 by 12 by 18.
Okay.
You know, you need
Yeah.
enough space for one of the teeth to fit in there at least.
Obviously.
Diet, they eat crickets only, insectivores strictly.
Right. The important thing is that we need to cohab these things because they are so skittish when they're by themselves.
Was that movie A Land Before Time?
That's right, land before time, right? So they need the tree stars to keep them healthy.
Exactly.
But more importantly is a full-grown sharp tooth like this one is going to need to be kept with something like a bunny or a Pomeranian or maybe a small child. Obviously,
baby.
Exactly.
Hey, babe.
Yeah,
Fadi said we should cohab our T-Rex with a baby.
absolutely not.
Then what's the... I thought we had... Okay.
Nope.
So you can go to the Lost and Found, pick up children, and that's what you're going to do to cohab this animal right here. Do you have anything to add?
No, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
How much does something like this go for in one of these expos? You know, we see a great price range in reptiles. What does a T-Rex go for?
So generally you can do a trade, like a barter system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so because it's Canadian, you can just trade like a bag of pucks and a hockey stick, and then someone will give you a full-grown T-Rex, and that's just how it works.
Get yourself a T-Rex. All you need is hockey pucks. What? Hockey pucks, yeah.
Hockey pucks and a hockey stick.
And hockey stick.
And
Poutine.
poutine.
Ah.
Poutine is disgusting, but it is Canadian, and the T-Rex will eat it. Mike Taitula. Yes? Back at the expo again.
Yep.
It's Graphic Phoenix back with another video.
Okay. All right.
Can
In
you-
a former life. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Graphic Phoenix back with another video today.
Can you show me the coolest thing at your booth?
I think the coolest thing at our booth is probably Rowan, probably the only one that exists. Paradox, Anaconda, Hognose. So yeah, that would be what I choose.
So I was just talking to DVM.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a hognose that has been sizing me up to eat me.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we all know this is like a big thing with hognoses. They're going to try to eat you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do to make sure that Rowan doesn't eat you?
We fight her off with a shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it tends to work.
Have you used the pepper method where you put pepper all over yourself?
I rub those hot peppers that I got today at the expo all over myself, and it prevents any snake bites.
Wow.
Anything.
I actually just use Mark Pepper. I put him all over me, and then I never get bit by snakes also.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Here we have in the wild a pooper.
We did get another pet reptile, and one we've had before. I spoke earlier in the year about how I got one of my dream reptiles, Uroplatus Fimbriatus, a giant leaf-tailed gecko from Madagascar. The issue is we got this one from the wild. It was a wild-caught individual. There was no captive ones available, and this animal eventually did pass away, unfortunately. The good news is we found one that was captive-born. So this animal here that we got, this is Henry. And although we miss Willow so very much, I mean, look how beautiful this animal is. And she's so big. Willow was a full-grown Fimbriatus, and look at the size of her. This is how big they're going to get, and I can't wait to see our new one, Henry, get to this size too. Henry was captive-born. He's only about 6 months old, and we have him in a smaller enclosure. We're monitoring his eating, monitoring his poop, and hoping that we have a much better outcome. It looks like a much healthier individual. As you can see, fully hydrated, eating really well, and I can't wait to put Henry when he's full grown into a much larger enclosure. And also, Henry is a boy, where Willow was a beautiful girl. And the difference is just the coloration, and of course, the parts that make baby Fimbriatus, of course. Either way, I couldn't be more excited to have this animal. The biggest Canadian expo of the year was a success. I had so much fun. If you like videos like this, hit subscribe because next week, I'm going to show you my very first time at the biggest reptile expo in the US, Tinley Park.